Hey, it's Phoenix, and this time we're off to Belgium. And wait till you hear from this lady, Barbara Fava. 6 years ago, she she wanted to be a part of motocross, and they said, no, women can't do that. Boy, has she done a lot in those last 6 years. You're going to hear from her next. Barbara, let me try something out and tell me if it's okay because I know you're Italian. You ready for this?
Yep.
Here we go. Ciao, bella.
Come stai? Tutto bene?
All right, I think that's the only thing I know other than arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
So an
I
Italian
need
young.
like on my Facebook because my parents never saw me like doing an interview.
Oh.
So yeah, I know. But when I was in Italy, I wasn't doing so many interviews, and obviously those that were transmitted in Mexico were not transmitted in Italy. So,
Well, your English is spectacular.
Thank you.
So would you like to say hi to Mom?
Ciao, mama.
So someone who is just getting to know you, and we are
Yeah.
going to get to know you, Miss Barbara Fava.
Yes.
You are a very, very busy lady in the world of motorcycling. So, in a few words, give us an idea of who you are and what you're all about.
Who I am. First of all, soy un ex-pilot. I am an ex-pilot because that's a show that gave me everything. Being a woman in freestyle motocross means that most of the times you're gonna have doors closed in your face, and it's gonna be hard because freestyle motocross, it's a job for men. That's very common. So it took me about 6 years to land finally with someone who was believing in me, and this man is Gerardo Salman, who is the owner of X Pilot. And it was back in 2016. I was already in freestyle motocross since 2011. In 2011, I started as an amateur, and then I became a pro stunt woman in a circus in Italy. And I was stunting and drifting with a M3 BMW. And then from there, I moved to California, where I started with my first sponsorship, who was Metal Militia. And then from there, it was like easy way up because Metal Militia is like, it's like the Bible for freestyle motocross. They invented this sport. So I ended up somehow in Mexico City, because I am Italian, so my culture is way much more similar to the Mexican one than to the Californian or USA one. And I started stunting with a Honda F4E. And there I met my ex-partner. I won't make his name because it doesn't deserve any advertisement.
It's okay.
On my head. But we started doing stunts together, like tandem. And we started making shows after shows, and then suddenly from having 3-4 shows, it goes up incredibly fast. And that's where I met also Paco Montes, our dear friend in common.
That's right.
Yeah. And I started doing an average of, I think, 30 to 40 shows. And by shows, I mean each show I considered the whole weekend. So basically, was spending the whole year going around, and I didn't even have time, to stop. Not even my birthday, Christmas, New Year's Eve, like was always like just stunt.
But you would say this, Barbara, if it's something that you love, then you
Yes.
just don't mind doing it. But you
Yes,
also did you also become an announcer as well too?
Yes, that come after my stunting career. Not after, like it was parallel at one point. Yeah, during. The thing is that I love motorcycles, but I am daddy's mom girl. Like I love my dad. He's the one who taught me everything. He told me how to go on a bicycle first, with seriously unhappy moments. I don't know how I can. He's still laughing that now I go every day cycling. But then he moved me to a motorcycle, and that was the beginning of everything. He bought me literally the first motorcycle. I was 3 years old. It was an electric bike. So obviously, when it was coming Christmas, and I was 17 hours away, counting all the flights away from home, and I was alone in Mexico City, it has been hard. Almost 6 years like that was hard. But I
But
want
here, but here you are today. Let me just fast forward because today you're in Belgium,
Belgium, yes.
and with COVID happening today, you're probably not doing too many events, if any. Correct?
No, I'm basically vacationing since the beginning of
Well, to vacation in Europe is not a bad
like
thing,
the last
especially
show
for people in
that I
North
made
America.
imagine just like going like girly things. Like the last show I did, my hair was like this, and now they're all the way down. That's how many days without freestyle I spent this year, and this is very sad. I do my first stunt show as a rider in X Pilots. It was X Pilots Mexico City. The owner, this Gerardo Salman, saw me, and he was behind me, and he heard me saying, "Oh, this is a Superman, this is a tsunami, this is this," and he was like, "How is it possible that a woman knows so much about freestyle motocross?" You know what? He called me. It was August, and he said, "Barbara, what are you going to do?" It was, I think, the 11th of August. I say, "I don't know. I'm probably going to some." I was also acting in TV series in Telemundo back in Mexico, and he say, "What if I propose you to be my official voice for X Pilots, the only woman on the show?" And I was like, "Wait," I say, "my grammar is very like this at the moment. Like it was not." I was like, "Yeah, cerveza, tacos, and that's it." But so I had to speed up a little bit with my Spanish, and I remember for life my first word on the microphone in front of, I think it was around 30,000 people in the Estadio Caliente in Tijuana, where I'm sorry for my grammar, and if I make any mistakes, please forgive me.
It's
I was
okay.
not boxing because I actually sleep all the way down from a ramp that same night, and I'm still searching for the video. So this was my hello, I'm here.
Wow.
After that, I started making. I did, of course, all the shows with X Pilots. I became one of the official announcer, like in all the shows. And then with Goofy, who's my partner in crime on the microphone in Mexico, we made also the World Championship for jet ski in 2018. We made the tours for Monster Energy with the freestyle motocross. And then somehow I came back to Europe in 2018, the summer, and I was in Prague right during the Harley Davidson days. So the organizer, who's Marek Reiman, and he knows me very well from back in the days when I was just starting with freestyle motocross, he told me, "Barbara, there are a lot of Mexican guys. Do you mind to take the microphone and just announce for them?" I was like, "A huevo!" And that's
Good
it.
for you.
Yeah. And from that, somehow I met my actual partner. So Mr. William van der Putte, who's
Yes,
the vice world champion in freestyle motocross.
fantastic.
This guy, he goes twice a year, more or less, to Indonesia to make the shows. The owner and organizer of what is Supercross Indonesia saw my pictures, and he asked him, "Is your girlfriend an announcer for freestyle motocross?" And he said, "Yeah, why?" "Because I want her to announce the Supercross in Indonesia."
Love it.
Here I go with my suitcase and my blue hair, going to a Muslim country, announcing in English, because they also needed like some announcer in English. In the meanwhile, I already learned some few words like terima kasih and so on, like
Right.
sama, like thank you so much. And that's it, like the basic. One day I'm gonna talk also in Indonesian. And then from that, come back, always show with Monster Energy, X Pilots. And last year, I made my dream come true because, again, this man who's basically the owner of KTM Indonesia, he calls us again and he say, "Barbara, I want you to be on charge of the freestyle motocross riders, and I want you to select who's gonna be my own racer representing Indonesia. So I pick up a Mexican. His name is Eduardo Andrade, El Huehue. He's a very good guy, but
Yeah.
fortunately, he had some troubles. There are more gossips going on behind because in Mexico, unfortunately, if you have talent, it's hard to go outside. There are people that either you pay them or you're not gonna make it.
Mm.
So I had to say that because it was like I'm very outspoken, as you may have seen from my social
That's
media.
okay. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's okay. But you know what? That's what makes you so not only the language and the fact that you have beauty, you have your language, you have the knowledge. I mean, all of these are just wonderful, and you found success in the motorcycle industry. It's unfortunate that right now that you don't have a chance to get to do more of these events because of COVID. But as you and I both know, things will get better and things will change. And so I am looking forward to hearing more about when you get back into it, about all of these great events. And I know that the last thing you, what's that?
We were planning to go again to the MXGP. That was already a thing. Like, it was already in the calendar. But obviously, like as I was saying, last year I scored my jackpot and I became the official announcer also for the MXGP live show. So I'm not the voice that people hears on, like, obviously translated in various languages. I'm the voice who's right in the moment commenting what's going on and who's giving away the prizes on the podium. But it was also the MXGP show, so that was already like planned also for these years. Obviously, God made other plans for the whole planet, and we had to cancel. But we're looking forward to make it for Indonesia in October.
Well, you do me a favor.
I'm very optimistic.
And I am optimistic as well too. When that happens, you and I will have another conversation. But we wanted to get to know who you were, what you were all about. I am so excited to have met you, and we are going to stay in touch. And the more events, the more things that you do, you and I are going to be talking some more. Yes?
Yeah, of course. I can also transmit from Indonesia. Over there, like, they have Wi-Fi also on trees, I think. Because
I love it.
Being in the jungle of Bali, in the middle of nowhere, and I had Wi-Fi.
I'm jealous, Barbara. I'm very, very jealous. Maybe one day when the travel restrictions lessen, that you and I will meet up and we'll go for a ride. How's that sound?
I would love to come to Canada.
Oh, hey,
One
you
of the
come over
guys
here.
that came with me last year at MXGP actually is from Alberta, and his name is Mark Phillips.
Mark Phillips, okay. Yep.
Yeah, he's a dear friend of mine. He's
Love it.
completely insane. He's insane.
You have to be a stunt rider as well.
On fire, so I also did a tandem backflip on a freestyle.
Stop showing off, Barbara. You're killing me.
Sorry.
You're absolutely.
Told you about.
Hey, well, what I'll do is I'll say hello to our dear friend Paco. And in the meantime, let's stay in touch. The more things you're doing, the more we're going to get you on here, okay?
Okay, perfect.
I love chatting with you. And so here's my other Italian word. You ready?
Yeah.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Bye.